doing something right in this field, in this field of teaching. So definitely learn the red team stuff from them. I know PJ and his team, they do a lot of good training. I've heard nothing but great things about it from students. And I teach blue team. You take his and his red team, and then you'll be ready to go.
Yeah, yes, sir. And we do the compliance too, the stuff nobody wants to do, the documentation work.
Yeah.
Yep. Can't forget about the compliance side. Speaking of which, that is coming up next week, guys. It's gonna be, I'm gonna be facing off against Boyd Lewis, right? It's gonna be PCI DSS versus RMF. Of course, I'm team RMF. So anybody in the federal arena, y'all have to join me next week and support your boy. And just cheer for the risk management framework, right? NIST in the house. I'm not going to throw up any I don't want NIST to ban me, but now for us, it's going to be fun. Next week, where I'm going to be facing Boyd Lewis. James Saunders is going to be here hosting. Former, he's a CISO, right? Once your CISO, he was a CISO. He's now director at OPM. Was a CISO at it's going to kill me for this one. Small Business Administration. He did it big over there. Really changed it out. So he's going to host that event. It's going to be me versus Boyd Lewis. We're going to talk compliance. I mean, we're going to make documentation sound so exciting. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be coming with it. So I hope, Boyd, if you're listening, I'm coming for you. Where you at? All right. So it's going to be fun. Now, it's going to be real. It's going to be something for you guys to watch. So I hope you guys can chime in for that. Next, somebody said, what's the date? That's next week. I don't know what that is. Next week, just go to techversus.com. Go to techversus.com. I got a short-term memory problem. Techversus.com, you'll be able to see what all the dates are. And we got AWS versus Azure. I could keep going on and on, but I know you guys want to get into this QA session. We got these two great minds here. I know you guys are dying to ask some questions. Boyd, you will comply. I like that. I like that. I'm going to take that one. I'm going to start the round off with that. You will comply. No, deeper. You will comply.
Oh, that was good.
Father. All right, let me stop with my corny jokes now. All right, guys, we're gonna turn it around for the Q&A session. All right, so I see somebody got their hand up. Fatima, I definitely see you over there. So, yeah, you have a question for us, or one of the panelists?
Yes. Which, in terms of the blue and red team, which team pays the most?
Ooh, which team pays the most?
Do I need to post a pay stub?
Let's see. Let's see it.
It depends on your experience.
It does.
Okay, let's say someone that's new going in there. What is it based on? Education? What? Number of years of experience? What?
Hands-on experience. So when I first got in the field, I didn't have a cert or a degree. I still don't have a degree. So, but when I got in, I took whatever they gave me because it was an experience. And I don't recommend you do that for every job. I did that for me. But the more I got hands-on experience, when I left that place, I was able to go up a couple of, go up some change. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on it's coupled with certs. I always recommend certifications because on the contracts, they have certifications that they want you to have in that position. Those certs will take care. It will solidify or it will back up your pay coupled with your experience. So if your experience is louder than your certs, like both of those coupled together going up for a position, you're gonna get paid fairly well. You know what I'm saying? But the more experience you get with those certs, the sky is the limit.
Yeah. Nice. Raphael?
Yeah, I think it definitely depends, what's your not just red team, blue team, but where are you going, right? So if you think about the job market largely is like, if you're thinking private or public, if you're going public, you're going government, those jobs are going to pay less, but they are going to have better benefits to them,
right?
And if you go private, you're going to get paid more for that. So I guess it is really hard to say, right? I would love to just be like A or B. But it really just like, it depends on a lot of things. Like Marcus is saying, it's experience is one of the greatest things you can have. So just going through, getting those hands-on. And I've been in a lot of interviews where, you know, they want to talk to you about what you know, like what you do. So especially, I know for me, when I was looking at red teaming, it was, what do you do on the side, right? So the cert got me into the interview, and then in the interview, so that got me through HR and then set up that meeting. And then the people talking to me, they wanted to know, hey, what do you do to learn more, to stay up with the field? So I was like, you know, I do Hack the Box, I do Try Hack Me, you know, I'm watching these YouTube tutorials, like I read RFCs, which is, you know, those are like really technical papers. So like, you got to also want to like, they want to see that passion in you, to see that you didn't get the security plus. And then you said, that's all I need. Now I'm in this field, and that's it. So definitely, yeah. I see someone saying, try Hack Me, Hack the Box. Yeah, that's really good. Those things really just, they teach you what's happening. And even if you're looking for blue team, try Hack Me. Go in there, learn what red team is doing, and then that's how you'll defend it, right? So let's say you have a file server, right? So you're running FTP and you have an open FTP, and this Try Hack Me will show you how to actually brute force your way into that system. Well, now as your blue team, you can say, well, I know if you have this open file servers, somebody can hack into it. So let me disable this like default configurations.
No doubt. No doubt. Cool.
I
Thanks.
have another question before my phone dies.
Let's make sure we get around. I got you. I'm gonna come back around to you, promise. Kyle, you have your hand up. You've been patiently waiting. What's your question and who's it for?
Hey, just wanted to say good presentation. I work at a startup, and so I get to kind of do blue team and red team. Kind of just have permission to hack and try to break our own applications, right? So I'll say it's, you know, it's satisfying on a blue team finding the hacker, and it's satisfying on the red team getting into the network. Like, this is both satisfying. But my only question is just, I mean, like, how many years like do you guys have in the field?
Marcus, you want to go first?
Yeah. So in IT, just in general, 12 years. And that's including help desk, desktop support, refresh team, management, on the IT ops side. 6 of the 12, well, this December, 6 of the 12 is cybersecurity. So I got in. This will be my 6th year this past December in cyber.
Okay. Thanks, Marcus.
Mhm.
Raphael?
Yeah, I want to say 6 as well. I'm sorry, I'm doing math in my head. Yeah, 6 years. So started with compliance work, you know, Excel, super fun. No offense, Paul.
I know.
No offense, Paul. I like Excel, but I don't only want to do Excel. So after that, moved into like my current pen testing role. Yeah, so it kind of like, that's also what one of the things Marcus was alluding to before, you know, you're in that blue team, and then you get that skip onto red team after that, because now they can see, okay, well, you know, you got mad at somebody in the network system because they put in the wrong IP address somewhere and it messed up the entire network. So now they know as a red team member, you're not going to do that. So yeah, experience is good.
Awesome. Thanks, Raphael. All right, let's go to Michael. Michael Williams, I know you've been patiently waiting. What's your question?
Hey, good evening to everyone. First, I'd like to say great job to both gentlemen.
Sure.
Both you guys rock, man. And this sort of like put a battery in my back. I'm super excited to start on the 28th. By the way, Paul.
Okay.
Yeah. So my question is, I've actually been in the field as an. I started off as just a regular network tech, and I moved on to management. I'm now a director of IT. I don't really, it's more politics than anything. It sounds exciting, it's not exciting at all, which is why I'm here. I like to get my hands dirty, but I'm 43 years old. So is it too late for me to pivot into cybersecurity?
Let me answer that.
Okay.
January, MLK weekend. I had a class, MLK weekend. One of the students in my class, and he's probably gonna beat me up for saying this. He's 52 years old. At the end of that class, he posted his resume, and now he's getting job interviews. So age is nothing. I have mentors that are in their 50s that are killing it right now in cybersecurity. So age is nothing. It's all about the question is to you is, are you willing to put that energy in to learn this stuff? Because some people, they ain't got the energy to, I don't feel like reading that. I don't feel like studying that. I don't feel like doing those labs. Do you have the energy at that age to learn something new? Just start over. Because it's gonna take work. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's no easy cut way like to say this. It's gonna take work getting in. It's gonna take work to stay in.
I'm a self-learner. I actually taught myself. I got myself into IT work without any degrees, without any certs. I taught, this is back way before like AOL and all that. I taught myself HTML, DHTML, ASP, moved into .NET, and this is all self-taught. So I'm excited. When I learned about cybersecurity, it kind of gave me that same excited feeling back when I was, just a kid learning it all.
Right. So that energy that you did to do that, you're gonna need to use that again. So as long as you got that, you'll be fine. As long as you got the energy to study and learn, you gotta understand this is your craft. They're paying you for your skill. So just like even if you look at it on the blue collar side, like if you're an electrician or a plumber, they are paying you for your skill. So if you got that energy to practice and get good at it, get good at your craft, man, you'll do wonders in this field. This field is open for anybody who's willing to work and get the job done.
Absolutely.
Definitely. I feel like that's one of the questions that I love hearing, because it's one of the very few questions that are just very simple to me. Are you ever too old to get into IT? No. Just plain simple, no. Never too old to get into IT. One of the ways I think of it too is a little bit like that. Like Mark is saying, it's kind of like a trade, a little bit, right? You can work, and this is one of the great things, right? You say you're a self-learner. I also taught myself all the stuff I learned. Like I didn't, all of the, well, not the compliance things. I got to shout out to Paul for that. I didn't teach myself the compliance work, but like the technical stuff, like all these security plus, network plus, like that stuff I went through by myself, taught myself, because it was interesting to me, right? One day I was just looking at code and I was like, but how does this run on a computer? Like that kind of passion, that's going to take you far. And to be honest, if I had two people, and like I had to choose one person for my team, and I've got one person who's 65 and just showing me that they just love all this stuff. They're talking to me about like, this is like, what's the difference between HTTPS, or what's the difference between like SSL, TLS, right? What's the difference between, why would I use TCP dump over Wireshark? And then I have somebody else who comes in, they're 20, and they said, hey, I got a computer science degree and I'm ready to work now. And I'm like, okay, so what do you do to learn a little bit more? And they're like, oh, well, I got the computer science degree. And I'll be like the 65-year-old every day, every single day.
That is the truth. I got my master's in cyber. And to Marcus' credit, I went for a couple job interviews, sat in that thing, and they grilled me.
You there?
Oh no, Paul's froze up.
Pause froze. I'm glad it ain't mine. I think he's gonna re-add it. So yeah, y'all, and it take work. I mean, it's just like what we're saying. They're going to take the hungry person first. So if you're not showing no passion,
I can't forget it. It's like,
oh, Paul, you coming in and out again?
all coming in and out. They're going to take the hungry person, the person that's willing to find the answer, the person that's willing to learn and get and you know and be that sponge. They're going to take that person more than the qualified person. The reason why I'm saying that's because look at the seat I'm sitting in. You know, from experience, I'm sitting in this seat because I'm willing to be a student. Like, you really got to want to be a student of the game. And just like what Raphael said, I'm taking the 65-year-old any day of the week, twice on Sunday, if they're willing to come in and they got questions and they want to set up labs and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a hungry person. That's somebody you want on your team. And so, and if I even can put it in perspective, like even help desk, coming in help desk, they'll hold your hand. But once you get into the cyber side, it's more like walk with me, talk with me. I got somewhere to go. So if you're able to work independently and you're showing that passion that you are willing to find the answer, they're gonna go with you any day of the week. So if you bring that to the table, you're in.
And I think I want to talk about one other thing regarding that too. Is I know a lot of people, they feel like, well, first of all, the tech field is massive, right? And it's just growing every single day, right? We've got ICS, which is industrial control systems. We've got cars that are now getting more and more computerized. Your toaster now has a computer in it. Light bulbs, Internet of Things, which is like everything now they're making it computers. So cloud computing, machine learning, this is a massive field. So oftentimes what can happen is you can feel like I don't know enough yet. And I wanted to address that because a lot of people are like, oh no, there's too much, I can't do it. But that's not true, right? You just got to keep learning a step at a time. Learn your fundamentals. That's, I think, crucial. Because the fundamentals everything's built on the fundamentals, right? So also be willing and open to saying, I don't know, but then let me learn. That's the thing. That's where the hunger comes in, right? And I'm sure Marcus can attest to this. Because if you come and you say, I don't know, and then you sit there and you stare at your boss, and they're going to be like, well, I don't know either. That's why I hired you. But if you come in and you say, I don't know, let me go find out. Here's where I'm going to start. I already know protocol 80 or, HTTP.
Right. But
we need to secure it. I know that's on 443. Let me look into that.
Right. Right.
And it's okay to not know. For the penetration testing job that I'm in, my boss looked at me, like during the interview, looked at me and said, hey, do you know like about this specific web application thing? And I was like, no, I don't know it. But, I'm willing to learn it. And this is something that, I can actually look at. And he even told me afterwards, he was like, yeah, good. You didn't come in thinking you knew everything. Because that's another trade-off. If somebody comes in and they're like, I know everything about technology. And I'll be like, oh, you don't know anything about technology. There's just no way. There's too much. So just to sum that up is yes, it's a lot to learn. Take it a step at a time. Have that hunger to learn the fundamentals and then learn things on top of it. But also don't be afraid to know that you don't know everything.
That's awesome. I'm sorry before, hi everybody, it's Jamie. I don't want to, I just want to say, Raphael, if you see questions, can you just take them until Paul gets back on?
I'm back.
Okay, sorry about that.
Sorry,
Okay.
I think Raphael deauthenticated my Wi-Fi there. I don't know what happened.
Why me? Could be Marcus.
he's on the defense. He's blocking.
I was just a blue team.
just blame the hacker. We're always getting blamed.
I gotta switch to Ethernet, y'all. Gotta switch to Ethernet. All right. Yeah, sorry. Did we call on Austin? Did I miss that part?
Saw it, Austin.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
no.
Okay, Austin, you've been patiently waiting, man. Yeah, go ahead with your question, please.
Yeah, I first just want to say you guys did an excellent job. And I definitely want to give props to the personal work that Marcus has done with me in my career. He got me. So I am in information insurance, and his knowledge of the industry and his personal coaching touch got me to 6 figures in 6 months. So Marcus, he goes above and beyond just the SOC experience. He has an overall industry knowledge that can help anybody, whether you're red team, blue team, or you're like Paul and I, and we, tell people what to do via spreadsheets. But my question was, Marcus, why you take it easy on him?
Take it easy on who? On Raphael?
Yeah, why you take it easy on Raphael?
Oh,
Because I didn't know what he was going to bring to the table. And I wanted to challenge him to a live attacking defense. I was going to give him a box and have him hack into it and show y'all how I can detect whatever he's doing.
Oh,
But
okay, I got your IP address.
Not this one. Don't use this one, please.
Wait, is that an invitation to hack you, Austin? And you signed a permission?
Oh, negative.
I wanted to do that because he teach people and I teach people. And so, you know how they do UFC, before they face off, they had the teams go against each other.
Yeah.
I wanted to do something like that. I wouldn't even throw that out there to do a part 2 at some point down the road. But I was scared of what he was going to bring. I didn't know what he was going to bring. Once they told me he teach CEH practical, I was shook, man. I was shook, dude. But you can't show it. You can't show it on screen. So
no doubt.
Well, Paul, you're gonna have to make a policy for them that they can't take it easy on each other.
I didn't know what he was going to bring, so I just was.
I was going to make that after his.
Yeah, right. Hey, we could do that. Round 2, more of a practical versus, right? Like Marcus said, let's see if Raphael can throw something in there. Let's see if Marcus can find it, right? It's going to take some time, though. It's not like the movies where they just type up, so we have to figure out how to make all that work within.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, the movies. Movies are a little bit different than, jumping on, typing really furiously. These things are running across the screen. They're like, I'm in.
Yeah.
It's a little more.
This is real life hacking.
Yeah.
Damn, backspace. Type the wrong command. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it's sitting there watching that scan go by and then being like, oh, it didn't run. What did I do?
Yeah.
I used the capital T instead of a lowercase t. Oops.
Going on Google 20 times.
Minutes.
Right, Kyle. For sure, man. For sure. All right, just doing the time check, y'all. 7:40. So we've been going at this for a little bit over an hour 10 minutes. Looks like we got through all the questions. So it looks like there are no more questions. So
I think Fatima had another question.
Oh, right. Is she still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
My bad.
Marcus, how much is your class, Marcus? And also, do you have any discount? Because you know me, I make money, but I don't like to spend money. Is there any discount for people attending today's webinar if they want to take your class?
We could work out some type of agreement. I
agreement like discount, no discount, maybe.
No, like a discount. I could do something like that. You know, it's because I only teach it when if a lot of people ask for it anyway, and I'm already going to teach it. I already have some students that are about to take it, and then this weekend I think it's.
Do you want to put your email in the chat so if people are interested in your class?
Yeah, so I'm gonna drop the link in the chat right now, and on the contact, that's the information about the class. But on the website, on the contact tab, if you're interested in taking my class, after you read that, again look at the training requirements. If you have Windows 10 Pro or higher, you can take my class. If you have Windows 10 Home, it's going to be tough for you to take my class because it doesn't allow you to do remote access. Windows 10 Pro or higher will allow you to take my class hands-on. So look at that. Look at the refund policy. The prices are there as well. I try to keep it cheap, and and we'll work out a discount. Some discount.
And Marcus, is your class open enrollment, or do you kind of have a bar that people have to kind of meet before they can get in?
It depends, man. It depends on, because this is something I would do for free. The only reason why I would charge for this class is because of the time that I have is limited. So we'll work out something.
And just a quick question, I think for some people out there, when you're talking about the requirements for Windows 10 and everything, can they use it with a MacBook?
You can use it with a MacBook. You can use it with Linux. You just need to be able to have the remote capability to come to me.
Oh, I think he might have dropped off a little.
Oh gosh, I thought that was me.
Huh?
I thought
he dropped off there a little bit.
Oh, you froze. I thought it was me that froze again. We heard you just have to be able to remote into me.
Oh, me. I'm sorry. So
and you froze.
All right, let me go back. You can use a Mac. You can use a Linux. You just need to be able to have remote capability to remote from your computer to me. Once you get to me, I assign you a computer, a SOC analyst machine, and you have all the tools, and it'll be gravy from there. So awesome. You just so Windows 10 Pro, a lot of people have Windows. If you have Windows 10 Home, it's going to be hard for you to take this class. You need Windows 10 Pro because that allows you to do remote access outside of your machine.
Cool. Thank you, Marcus. All right. Yeah, definitely, guys. Make sure you go out there. Make sure you show your support. Again, Raphael's doing this thing, CH practical class. It's a 6-hour exam, black box. He knows exactly how to teach you. Make sure you know what you're doing, how you pass the exam and get that CH practical in your back pocket. And then Mark is doing this thing like he just mentioned. Make sure you visit maxprotect.org, right? Let's make sure we support each other, guys. And that's what we're all about. We're a circle of support. We're a circle of elevating each other to the next level, right? So I love my community, wouldn't trade it for the world. Yeah. So I think that's it. I think we're going to wrap this thing up. Raphael?
Oh, wait, do we have...
Paul, can you put Raphael's information about the CH class, just in case anyone would like to take it from this webinar? Can you post the CH practical information?
I posted it earlier, but let me post it again, the link. I'm gonna put it in the chat box for you guys.
And if any discount you want to mention, please.
Sure.